This month's soap challenge club was the hanger swirl. I've actually done a full tutorial on this, which I will link below for you. You can check that out. It's got a whole lot of parts and detail to it. I decided to do two different hanger swirls. This first one is using the inspiration photo you just saw to make a teal and brown color palette. And what I am doing is I just split all my colors up equally, and I am pouring a little bit in the molds, just going back and forth and rotating between each color. So it's a very simple, easy design really to do. Just split the colors, mix them up equal, and then pour into the mold. Once I get all the colors poured, I'm going to use a hanger tool to then go back and forth multiple times to swirl the soap. So this tool I got from Gagnon's Gadgets on Etsy. He is based in Canada, and he basically custom makes the tool to the width of your mold and the height, and I absolutely love it. It makes swirling so much easier. It's just a game changer. I highly recommend checking him out. It was super fast service, very responsive, just absolutely totally easy to deal with this seller, and I really do highly recommend the tool. So as you can see, when I did the swirl, there wasn't any pattern to it. I just went down, up, backwards, and forth. And as I always say, do more, not less. Yes, you can over swirl it, but I think it's harder than you think to over swirl. You can definitely under swirl. So I always say more rather than less when it comes to swirling. I saved a little bit of leftover soap that you saw put down in stripes, and now I'm going back and forth. Not very well. My pattern got off, as you can see. But I am just adding a little swirl to the top as well. And here is version 2, where I went with a purple color themed. So this one I did a little bit different than the teal. I took about 60% of my batch and made it all white, and then split the rest between 5 different shades of purple. You can see I poured about half the white into the mold, and now I am going to take each color and pour about half into the mold, going back and forth. Then I will add the rest of the white on top of that, and then pour the rest of the color. Then I will swirl it. Now, this will sometimes give you more of a solid base. Sometimes the colors will mix together. It really kind of depends on how you pour them. You will see that I have some bars that ended up having a lot of white in them, and others that ended up having a lot of color. I was really happy with them. Every bar is unique, and that's what you're going to get with the hanger swirl. No two bars is ever going to be the same. you can see I did a lot of ups and downs, backs and forths. I felt like I could have done a few more, especially in the teal, but overall it's still got some nice swirls without it becoming too muddied. I meant to mention this at the beginning and I forgot. So if you go back to the last video I made, that was actually my first attempt at the hanger swirl. I was just playing around. I was trying something new. I knew it wasn't going to be my entry, but I wanted to see how it worked. So if you wanted to check that out, definitely I'll link the video, go back to that. What I did was I did a one pot wonder that I added into a white base, and then I did just 3 up and down swirls. It created a fun effect that is very different from these two versions that you see here. So if you haven't checked that out and you want to, again, I will link the video so you can check out how that worked.